Welcome back to WaterparkRangers, Let's Play Pikmin 2. Last episode, we made it here, to the last leg of the Hole of Heroes. And I promised that I'd talk more about Gyromite. Gyromite, I'm not really sure how it worked. It was like this game where you stacked some stuff one on top of the other, these blocks, and it seemed really boring. But the cool thing about it was that what happened in the game interacted with this robot called Rob, the same robot you see in Brawl, that you used in real life that like hooked up to the system. It was probably super expensive, and probably didn't work well, and was probably really stupid, and yeah. So I don't see why people were so nostalgic about it. That's where the gyro blocks come from, in case you're wondering, and that's what all those gyro blocks are that are appearing in this dungeon. And also you can see that this the boss on this floor is the man at legs. Now he's surrounded by water, so he's going to be nigh impossible to hit with other Pikmin besides blues because he keeps retreating to the central island. This bump right here is perfect cover for your Pikmin to hide behind. It's also great because you can run over it instead of running from around it. You can just run straight over it after he's done shooting. So what I'm trying to do is, like I said, I would like to fight this boss as my full party, so I'm trying to lure him to us. But I have a feeling that he's just gonna keep running back to the central island. Yeah, we're gonna have to fight him with blues. I'm sorry, we can't use our full party to fight this guy. So let's flip our party. Get some blues under our command. Right, Olimar, the blues are yours, and the president can have the rest of them. Thank you. Oh my god, he's actually shooting at us without any other reason. That was really bad. He could have killed Olimar and all of his Pikmin right there. Whoa. Guys, I remember that first time that we fought him in the subterranean complex. We were too far behind the barrier, so we managed to shoot behind the barrier and hit the Pikmin. So I'm trying to learn from my mistakes against this guy. It sounds stupid to be saying this, considering this is like the millionth time I played this game. But Olimar, let's switch to you. Oh wait, never mind. We might not have to. I was kind of worried that he might try shooting at Olimar, and Olimar's weight is far too behind the barrier for it to actually protect him. The protective magic of the barrier has failed now that Olimar can no longer call this place home. I'm sorry that I'm making so many Harry Potter references, but the fact is, now that I'm reading the book again, it kind of feels like natural to make references to it. Whoa, no! Oh, I shot a Pikmin. He was shot. He was the greatest rapper of our generation. The two-pack Pikmin. Was that too soon? It can't be too soon. I have a feeling that whenever anyone says anything about like Michael Jackson or his death, everyone's just gonna say it's too soon. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I feel like the man needs respect, but at the same time, like, he's dead. And so many people have been dead for so long, and he's gotta get... I have to say, Michael Jackson's just gotta get used to being dead. And did I do a sick job of dodging those bullets or what? I did an amazing job. That being said, his music I still think is pretty amazing. I found a newfound respect for it. Like I'm sure a lot of people did. They listened to like, okay, now that Michael Jackson's dead, let's listen to some of his music just for the heck of it. And I started appreciating it a lot more afterwards. Like, also that was sick how I ran away from the bullets right there. Okay, I almost feel like if I was to have an opener, like for some episodes, I would have Olimar running away from the man at legs bullets in sick, nasty fashion, just like that. But like, I really started to like Thriller a lot more, and Smooth Criminal particularly. I love Smooth Criminal. Billie Jean I've gotten to like a lot more. But in particular, if there's one that I can recommend, there is actually... Michael Jackson once did a Pepsi commercial. Look up Michael Jackson Pepsi commercial on YouTube. Also, you might notice that I'm using the Bullman to fight this guy because I'm awesome that way, and I want the Bullman to be the one to fight him. So, you're up first, Bullman! For the king, for the land, for the mountains, for the valleys where green dragons fly, you will damage the man at legs. And hopefully we can defeat him right here, before he's able to shoot us! Oh, no! He bucked them all off at the last second, and we lost, like, all the blues. Oh, that was so epic, but then... Oh my god, you bastard, you killed the Bullman! For that, you must explode. I hope that this explosion explodes your mind. Which it did, because there's no way your mind can survive that. It's just like in Tenacious D, like, the part where he literally makes the guy's head explode from how awesome the song is. Tenacious D, another great movie. Kind of a bro movie, but if you're a bro, you'll enjoy that bro movie. I love Tropic Thunder, personally. It's one of my favorite movies ever, actually. Which is kind of strange, that out of all things, Tropic Thunder. I don't know, though. I kind of just think it's really, really funny, and I could just, like, watch it again right now and still find it hysterical. Like, there are some movies that I love, but I've seen way too many times, like Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. I mean, I love that movie, don't get me wrong, and actually, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, I kind of hold dear because some of my favorite memories have to do with that movie, because I remember I saw it, on one of my friend's birthdays. We went to see Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. And after we saw it, we went back to his house, and that was where I played Wind Waker for the first time. And the guy had already gotten pretty far in the file. I remember we spent the night defeating the boss of the Tower of the Gods, And then the last thing we did was we defeated that giant bird. And it was so awesome and so sick. Like, and so I kind of have Prisoner of Azkaban to thank for that. That was a movie we saw beforehand. What a great day that was. And what a great movie that is. The problem is I've just watched it so many times. So I'm kind of going to have to give myself like a few years break before I watch it again. But I feel like I could read the book again pretty soon. Now that I'm reading Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows again, which I'm actually reading for class, if you can believe that. I am reading Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows as part of something I have to do for class. That's right, be jealous, viewers, be jealous. And I am also probably going to reread the series at some point or another because I just kind of feel like the last book would have been more awesome if I had read the others, like, again first. Because I have to say, Harry Potter is my favorite book series, I have no doubt. It's not my favorite book. I think my favorite single book is probably Eragon, the first one. I just love it so much. I really don't like the others so much after it. But I love the first Eragon. In case you can't tell, I'm trying to find where the treasure is. It's actually held inside a boss that should be spawning pretty soon. But I don't know where it's dropping down from. I have to, like... Okay, it was like... I had to walk, like, exactly on the tile where he was to appear. Once again, I can't fight him using my full party because he's in the water, like the man at legs. But the beady longlegs, now you're going to see how truly easy this guy is. Instead of fighting him with 100 Pikmin, all you have to do is really just wait. Stand kind of in the center of him with a small group. And when he ducks, just throw a Pikmin at him. And before he does his shake thing, just call him back. Very easy. Easier than he was in the first. Because if you can believe it, in the first, I remember he could actually step underneath his own shadow. Plus, he actually had a lot more HP, so that made him a lot worse too. And, just like in Pikmin 1, you can also hold down the feet. But, like in Pikmin 1, it's not a good strategy to use because it typically ends with you losing a lot more Pikmin anyway. Ho-hum. This guy is really just such an easy boss. He's really just a test of patience. He's actually kind of a boring boss, if I do say so myself. And there, finally, we'll have him defeated now. Hopefully... Okay, good. I was worried that we'd have to wait for him to do the step thing again. Yeah, we don't want to wait for your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 step. There's also just so many Dweevils on this floor. I'm not sure if we've ever actually... Yeah, I think we fought a caustic Dweevil before in Frontier Cavern. No real reason to bother with the other Dweevils. They're kind of just there for show. I've never actually had them get in the way during this fight. Unlike the Cannon Beetles and the Raging Royster. And there we have it, the last of the Gyro blocks. What's this one? Fond Gyro blocks. So Olimar's just fond of this one. You'd think it might be his favorite, seeing his little life support system on his back and his light are both red. I only know that thing on the back is the life support system because of the old Pikmin instruction booklet that came with the game from the first game, which I lost unfortunately, which I was really sad because I loved that instruction booklet. It actually showed you this diagram of Olimar and it showed what each part of the suit did, which wasn't really important in the game, but they did it anyway, just for the heck of it. I love how they put work into those whole instruction booklets. They don't do that anymore for games. Even Nintendo hardly puts any more work into their instruction booklets. It's really sad. Like, Gears of War 3, for example, didn't put any work into their instruction booklet, but whatever, I don't really care. Anyway, the boss of this dungeon, Raging Longlegs. The reason he rages is because, unlike the beady Longlegs who just shakes your Pikmin off after he finds that you're damaging him, the Raging Longlegs runs around like a freaking monster, stomping everything in sight when he realizes you're hitting him. So here's my advice. To have the most epic version of the battle, just keep attacking him, standing underneath him, and throwing Pikmin at him at every chance you get. That makes the battle sick nasty, something that a bro would trade his hoverboard for, or maybe even give you a Crunk robot for your own household. And we're almost done with this guy. He has a ton of HP, the most HP in the game, at 10,000, so twice the amount of Emperor's Woolax. Absolutely crazy when you think about it. And he's assisted by those jelly floats too, which are actually destroying my Pikmin as we speak. So now we've defeated the boss, let's waste no time in getting eaten. No, killing the jelly float. Screw that treasure. It's a little bit too dangerous to get now. Right now I have a feeling all our Pikmin are dying inside the jelly float. So we need to make sure we kill this thing quick. Because in case you didn't know, greater spotted jelly floats have 2,500 HP. So they are 1/4 as strong as the Raging Longlegs. So there's a lot of HP to contend with on this. Oh my god, did you see how many Pikmin the lesser spotted jelly float is eating? This is horrible, because that treasure takes 30 to lift. If our count drops below 30, we are literally going to have to leave the dungeon and come back in. I'm not even kidding. That's how bad it would be. Okay, so now we have to make sure that we kill this jelly float before he manages to kill 4 more Pikmin. And I have a feeling he has more than 4 in his mouth right now. This is dangerous. I've only noticed right now that the thing that's hard about fighting Grady Spotty Jelly Floats is that they're hard to get close to and throw a Pikmin at because they keep eating your captains, which is really annoying. And as you saw, that we had 58 Pikmin, and then the lesser Spotted Jelly Float actually had eaten the Pikmin earlier, and then it digested them all at once right there, and killed more than 10. So, whoever said that the Jelly Floats were harmless, that is a lie. Sure, they may take a long time to kill your Pikmin, but they are just as dangerous. If you give them the time and don't kill them quickly enough, they are dreadful. And I suppose at least I was able to show you that before the end of the game. We lost a lot of Pikmin in that fight, true, but we only have one more dungeon, so I'm not really too worried anymore. We have a lot of Pikmin. I was able to grow a lot more in the Wistful Wild than I expected I would, so I'm not worried about taking huge losses from this point onwards. I already have a feeling that potentially we could lose more Pikmin in the last dungeon, but right now, we're going to come into some insanely huge losses for this dungeon. Because although it looks like right now our death count would be 58, that's not taking into account all the extra Pikmin and Bullmen we got from the Queen Candy Pop Buds and the Bullmen, so the death count is going to be higher than 58. It is going to be far and away the highest death count we'll have had thus far. I'm kind of dreading it, actually. But I have to admit, I had so much fun fighting that final floor boss. Normally he's just really lame if you like hit him and run away. The fun way to fight him is just keep fighting him and don't back down. 80 deaths! Well, I knew I wouldn't like it. But next episode, we head for the final dungeon of the game. See you then. It's gonna be awesome.